have one of the best follows on Twitter pointing something out about Caitlin Clark and her physique. Because, yeah, it does look noticeably different than it did last season. And one only has to wonder, hey, did Caitlin Clark say, hold on, we're not doing as many weights this offseason as we did last year? I did a video a while back where Steph Curry was talking about the great Don Nelson, who's a really great NBA basketball coach.
Here's the buzz that's been circulating nonstop. Caitlin Clark has undergone a striking transformation in her physique. And we're not talking about minor tweaks or small improvements. This is a complete, all-encompassing overhaul of her training and conditioning approach. Observers see this as more than just fitness updates. It's a calculated, almost urgent strategy to prevent a repeat of the physical breakdown that sidelined her last season. This isn't a casual decision to shuffle a few exercises around. It's a deliberate, high-stakes effort to protect her body while keeping her performance at the elite level fans have come to expect. Her long-term career, particularly after surviving a punishing rookie season, depends on these changes. The key question on everyone's mind now is whether this strategic adjustment will finally shield her from the relentless physical demands of professional basketball, and, just as important, whether it will quiet all the doubts about her durability and stamina that have lingered since she first hit the league.
The great Don Nelson, who's a really great NBA basketball coach, telling Steph Curry he was chewing out the training staff because he caught Steph Curry very early on lifting weights. And Don Nelson was like, nah, don't do that. You'll mess up his three-point shot. All right. I heard that a lot growing up. I did. Heard it with pitching is where I had a buddy growing up. He played some low-level professional baseball.
When you examine Caitlin Clark closely, the changes are striking. Her legs remain incredibly powerful and resilient, but her upper body now looks noticeably leaner. And make no mistake, this isn't accidental. It's a calculated decision, signaling a major shift away from her previous emphasis on heavy weightlifting and traditional strength routines. The purpose is clear: trim any excess bulk that could slow her agility, interfere with her shooting range, or, most importantly, add to the cumulative stress that might trigger another serious injury. This isn't about appearance or social media snapshots. It's a high-stakes strategy designed to maximize her performance while minimizing physical risk. Clark is effectively betting against public perception, fully aware that fans and analysts may second-guess her choices. But for her, this is about one thing above all else: preserving her endurance, protecting her body, and extending a career that's still in its early, yet meteoric, stages.
So, let's go with Caitlin Clark making these comments about joining USA Basketball.
When you're at the U16 team, I remember they always talk about the senior national team, and obviously that's every young girl's dream when you're on those teams. And, they talk a lot about that team, and, only like one or two of us was ever probably going to be able to get a call up to be on the team, or let alone be able to get a call up to come and be a part of the camp and be around the tremendous players that they have had on their teams over the course of, the many years and the many gold medals that they've won. And so I think for myself, that's kind of what you start thinking about is like how long I've kind of been involved in USA basketball.
Interestingly, Caitlin Clark's unconventional training approach has a precedent in NBA history that's both surprising and instructive. Legendary coach Don Nelson, renowned for decades of basketball wisdom, once famously scolded his entire training staff for letting Steph Curry lift heavy weights early in his career. Nelson's concern was crystal clear: added muscle could compromise Curry's extraordinary three-point mechanics. It may seem counterintuitive in today's sports world, where bigger, stronger, faster is the mantra, but this caution underscores a deeper truth: sometimes preserving natural mechanics is more important than piling on strength. Clark's strategy appears to reflect the same principle. She's making a calculated choice to prioritize her signature skills, agility, and shooting precision over conventional strength gains, a decision that hints at a profound understanding of her craft and the unique qualities that set her apart on the court.
Talks about the fact she's actually been cut prior. When being around this team, trying to go for it previously, we've well chronicled how big of a joke it was on the Olympic squad for Team USA. And, it was such a huge miss for trying to grow women's basketball. So let's start here. Looks like Caitlin Clark told her training staff, quote, "No thank you."
Here's the genius behind Nelson's reasoning with Curry. It was simple, but brilliant: protect the shot at all costs. That singular skill is what made Curry transcendent, setting him apart from every other player on the court. That same philosophy, prioritizing finesse, natural motion, and precision over raw power, clearly resonates with Caitlin Clark's approach to her game. Her extraordinary shooting range and lightning-fast release are her superpowers. Any physical alteration that risks compromising those abilities, even something that seems positive, like adding upper body muscle, could undermine what makes her truly exceptional. Her current physique suggests that she and her training team have concluded that trimming upper body weight is essential. It's not just about aesthetics, it's about preserving her unparalleled accuracy, maintaining her explosive agility, and preventing the kind of systemic fatigue that derailed her performance last season. Every adjustment she's making is a calculated effort to safeguard her long-term dominance.
To grow women's basketball. So let's start here. Looks like Caitlin Clark told her training staff, quote, "No thank you." I'm going back to how I was my rookie year when I was a top 3 player as a rookie and didn't miss a game. I mean, you look at this, it looks like Caitlin Clark's still pretty thick in her legs, but she looks, somebody pointed out, well, she's not flexing. No, she looks considerably smaller in her upper body, I think.
This approach isn't unique to basketball either. Similar patterns show up across other sports, highlighting just how high the stakes are for elite athletes. Take baseball, for example. A young professional pitcher was strictly prohibited by his father from lifting weights throughout his development, with the reasoning that added muscle could disrupt the precision of his pitching mechanics. That singular focus on protecting a highly technical skill, even at the cost of general strength, isn't unusual in elite sports. It's a recurring theme. For Caitlin Clark, the lesson is clear. Her physical transformation isn't about chasing conventional power or traditional strength gains. It's a deliberate strategy to safeguard her explosive, razor-sharp shooting mechanics. Every adjustment to her body is designed to preserve the integrity of her craft, protect her unique abilities, and ensure she can perform at the highest level for years to come. This is precision athleticism, not simply muscle building, and it shows just how carefully top-tier athletes must manage their bodies to stay dominant.
So, let's go right here. Somebody pointed this out, and I thought it was pretty cool. Caitlin Clark, Michael Jordan, the greatest of all time. One could argue, arguably the greatest athlete in the history of sports. Obviously, Tom Brady, Muhammad Ali would have something to say about that, but certainly in the game of basketball, he is the greatest of all time. How about this? Yeah, wow. Guys, I remember that original dream.
This recent pivot isn't a sudden whim or an off-the-cuff experiment. Instead, it signals a deliberate embrace of a more traditional approach to athlete development, one that values skill, precision, and basketball IQ over sheer size or brute strength. In essence, she's turning down the modern trend that emphasizes muscle mass and raw power, choosing instead to refine the fundamentals that made her exceptional early in her career. She's deliberately modeling this shift after her rookie season, a period she identifies as when she ranked among the league's top 3 players and, crucially, played every single game without injury. This move isn't about taking shortcuts or avoiding challenges. It's a strategic recalibration aimed at sustaining elite performance while maximizing availability, ensuring she can be on the court whenever her team counts on her the most. By returning to a system that has already proven successful, Clark is prioritizing longevity and consistency alongside excellence.
Happy, even when she was playing, she looks much more stress-free. She kind of looks like she's got this massive weight lifted off her back, to be quite honest with you. More footage. Man, that was from a long way off, but
Clark's recent remarks about joining USA Basketball add an entirely new dimension of intensity to the physical decisions she's making. She talks about it with a mix of pride, nostalgia, and raw emotion, reflecting on a journey that started long before the spotlight. She recalls those early U16 team conversations, dreaming, even then, of one day earning a spot on the senior national squad. For her, this isn't just another camp or showcase, it's the apex of a lifelong ambition, the tangible proof of years of dedication, sacrifice, and relentless focus. Wearing those iconic letters on her chest demands nothing less than peak performance, while also requiring her body to endure the full rigor of elite competition. Every choice she makes about training, recovery, and preparation carries weighty consequences, not just for her own career, but for her ability to show up consistently when her team and her country need her most.
Shown almost all of it to you guys over the last 3 days. I cannot imagine a world where she is left off USA basketball. I just can't imagine. And we got to remember, by the time we get to the start of the WNBA season, if there is one, we'll only be a year away from the 2028 Olympics. It's pretty wild to think about. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like.
Emotional stakes for Clark are enormous, particularly considering her own revelation that she has been cut from USA basketball rosters in the past. This isn't a new challenge for her. She has felt the sting of exclusion, so she knows all too well how cutthroat the competition is and how essential it is to be fully prepared. That history intensifies the pressure to reach and sustain peak physical form. She cannot allow even minor limitations to become an excuse for another missed opportunity. The weight of past disappointments now intersects with the public reaction to her recent Olympic snub, widely criticized as a major loss for the growth of women's basketball. Fans' collective frustration was palpable, placing Clark under a brighter spotlight than ever as the next Olympic cycle begins. Her decisions about her body and training are far more than personal health choices. They are a direct response to past criticism and a declaration that she will leave nothing to chance. Every adjustment she makes signals her determination to eliminate perceived weaknesses, fortifying both her performance and availability. The magnitude of expectation is amplified by bold comparisons linking Clark to Michael Jordan, arguably the greatest athlete in history. This isn't idle hype, it underscores the transformative role she plays in the sport. Such parallels demand extraordinary mental and physical resilience, and Clark's calculated adjustments to her physique reveal a deep awareness of the legacy she is building. References to the legendary Dream Team, Magic, Larry, Michael, Shaq, set an almost unattainable benchmark for talent and influence. To even be considered a foundational figure in a future USA basketball roster, Clark must maintain elite conditioning and consistency. The dominance of those original teams only heightens the imperative for her to safeguard her body, aiming for historic achievement that matches their legendary status. Recent practice footage offers a revealing window into Clark's current state. The tension that sometimes clouded her game last season is notably absent. She moves with visible ease, smiling and fully engaged on the court. This